Well, welcome back to Better Living. I'm joined now by Lee, the senior pastor at Cedar Creek Church. Let's talk about the unchurched in our area, the people that aren't going somewhere, the people that don't have a church home in the Toledo area. What are you guys doing at Cedar Creek to reach out to those people?
Well, first of all, about 60% of people are unchurched, which is, those statistics are changing rapidly. I mean, that's in decline in terms of the people that are attending church. And so what we do, Charity, is we have surveyed people in the past and asked them what kept them away, or what was keeping them away from church, and they said there were 4 things. It was boring, you're only interested in my money, we don't like the music, and I can't even remember the other one. But what we said is, years ago, gosh, if we can deal with those things, but stay true to the Scripture, could we attract unchurched people? And so now, 20 years later, 10,000 people, and most of them unchurched previously.
How do you deal with, I'm a preacher's kid, so
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I know, I'm one of those.
Yes, yes. I have 4 of those.
So you get that.
Yeah.
So I've heard that my whole life. I've dealt with that. And the 2 biggest ones, I think, are the music. Music is a real divider in church, and people feeling like it's all about the money. What are some specific things you do, first in the music side? How do you deal with people? Some people think it's not contemporary enough. Some people think it's not traditional enough. How do you deal with that and making a balance?
Well, we don't try to be everything to everybody, so we are targeting unchurched people. So we play music that's, even though it has Christian lyrics, sometimes it's Christian lyrics, sometimes not. When you turn the radio on, you're going to hear music at Cedar Creek that sounds like music you hear on the radio. When you turn the radio on, you don't hear hymns. And we're not against hymns. I love hymns.
I do too.
But unchurched people have no stake in hymns, so to speak. And so we play music that they relate to.
A little Skillet. My kids love Skillet. It sounds like hard rock, but it's it has a good message.
And not just that, but we'll even do so-called secular songs that don't have Christian lyrics, but they're, we're not going to play things that are immoral. But have, I mean, music is the language of the soul, so it really reaches out to people, touches people.
Do you find that this time of year more people are looking towards the church, or looking for a reason to find something bigger than themselves?
Absolutely, and there are 3 reasons why people come to church, to Cedar Creek in particular. Something's missing in their life, something's broken, or something's new. And this time of the year seems to heighten those needs. And Christmas, more than any other time, unchurched people are willing to come to church at Christmas. And so we use that as an opportunity to extend an invitation to thousands of people. We expect about 30,000 at our services. 60 services, 5 campuses.
That's a ton of services.
It's a lot of services.
A ton of campuses. How do you manage that many different areas? How do you manage that many different places?
Well, we have a lot of great people. So we have about 100 staff, which is actually lean compared to churches our size, church of 10,000, but we just have a lot of great people mostly out of the marketplace, not out of seminary, who have a lot of leadership skills and who pay a great sacrifice, make much less money in the ministry, but the rewards are amazing.
Let's talk about some of those campuses. If you've got 5 campuses, that means you've got them all over our area where people can get to you and make it convenient for them. So where are the 5 campuses?
South Toledo, Heatherdown and Burns, and we have West Toledo, Sylvania and Douglas. We have White House in White House and on 64, and then we have our newest campus, Findlay, in the old Findlay Mall. I shouldn't say old mall because it's a nice mall. And then our so-called original campus, Perrysburg on Lime City Road.
Do you have traditional service times? Are there times on Saturday night, Sunday?
Well, typically we have 2 on Saturday night at every campus, 5:15 and 7, and then 9, 10:45, 12:30 on Sunday at all campuses, 5 services identical. And the way it goes, I do the teaching, and it is simulcast fiber optics. And so they get the teaching on a big 24 by 12-foot screen, but they have their own live band, their own campus pastor, children's ministry, everything. And people, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, Charity, that, you know, can you imagine people watching a preacher on video? I would have said, no, that's just crazy, but they do. So now for Christmas, on the other hand, we have multiple services, different service times.
And special services for the holidays.
Right. Right. In fact, we have 60 services to choose from, so to speak, because we have 12 at each campus. And it begins that week of Christmas. It starts on Sunday at 11, and then every 2 hours there's 4 services. And then Monday 5:30, 7:30, Tuesday 5:30, 7:30, and then Christmas Eve we start at 1, then 3, then 5, then 7. And we're expecting about 30,000 people. And Christmas for us, we do TSO.
Yes.
And we do it.
You do the lights and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this year, we have a kind of a Christmas hallmark story that we wrote, hired professional actors, and that's going to be a part of the, I mean, it's going to be so touching and inspiring.
Well, it's definitely something for people to check out, both the church and the unchurched. You guys are doing great things here in our area. CedarCreek.tv is the website.
Yes.
You can find out all those times again, so you can check out their Christmas service as well as any of their other services and those locations. CedarCreek.tv. We'll be right back. Better Living.